become a citizen at birth. Why this could be a problem. What is meant by birthright citizenship? The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, adopted in 1868 and intended to clarify the post-Civil War status of former slaves, begins, all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. That has been taken to mean that being born on U.S. soil, even to parents who are just passing through, guarantees American citizenship to the child. If you like this video and want more information about naturalization, please give me like and subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. We add and update information about citizenship through naturalization regularly. Our goal is to help you become a citizen of the United States in the right and easy way. How become a U.S. citizen? By birth. Through naturalization. Who is born a U.S. citizen? Generally, people are born U.S. citizens if they are born in the United States or if they are born to U.S. citizens, if you were born in the United States, including, in most cases, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, you are an American citizen at birth, unless you were born to a foreign diplomat. If you were born abroad to two U.S. citizens, and at least one of your parents lived in the United States at some point in his or her life, then in most cases you are a U.S. citizen. If you were born abroad to one U.S. citizen, in most cases, you are a U.S. citizen if all of the following are true. One of your parents was a U.S. citizen when you were born. Your citizen parent lived at least 5 years in the United States before you were born. At least 2 of these 5 years in the United States were after your citizen parent's 14th birthday. How can this change soon? Millions of people owe their rights as Americans to being born in the U.S. thanks to a principle known as birthright citizenship. President Donald Trump, who has made a priority of making it harder for foreigners to enter the country, wants to narrow or even eliminate this path for U.S. born children with parents who are citizens of another country. Defenders of the practice may have the U.S. Constitution on their side. Has this been challenged before? Many times, especially since the phrase subject to the jurisdiction thereof left room for debate over who exactly should qualify for this right. In an 1898 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that a child born in the U.S. to Chinese parents who have a permanent domicile and residence in the United States, and are there carrying on business, and are not employed in any diplomatic or official capacity under the Emperor of China, becomes at the time of his birth a citizen of the United States. Critics of birthright citizenship say that shouldn't apply to immigrants living in the U.S. without proper authorization. Some members of U.S. Congress have been trying for years to withhold birthright citizenship from children with 2 unauthorized parents. What does Trump say? As a candidate, he said babies born on U.S. soil to parents who are not in the country legally shouldn't have American citizenship. He called them anchor babies, because once they become adults, they can petition for their parents to gain legal residency in the U.S. As president, Trump now says he will sign an executive order ending birthright citizenship for babies of non-citizens and unauthorized immigrants born on U.S. soil.
President Trump plans to sign an executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship, ratcheting up a crackdown on immigration.
We're the only country in the world where a person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it has to end.
Have you talked about that with council?
Yeah, I have.
So where in the process?
It's in the process. It'll happen with an executive order.
As legal scholars voiced doubts, Vice President Mike Pence on Tuesday confirming Trump will go ahead with the plan he first raised in an interview with Axios.
We are looking at action that would reconsider birthright citizenship.
But Trump's plan getting immediate pushback from a top Republican.
Some tough people in those groups, and I'll tell you what, this country doesn't want.
Can he do that? Not without a fight. In general, changing the U.S. Constitution requires an amendment that passes Congress by a 2/3 majority and then gets ratified by at least 38 of the 50 states, a high bar. Trump doesn't see that as the only route. It was always told to me that you needed a constitutional amendment. Guess what? You don't, he said in an interview with Axios on HBO. But any attempt to change the citizenship process by presidential order or even by standard congressional lawmaking would surely prompt a legal challenge.
I think we should just really point out quickly, though, that even if it's theater, it can still be very real, as we've learned in the past with this administration. Maybe the travel ban was theater, it became real. And even when it was struck down initially, they went and they tried again. And these things do have an effect on established law in this country. So I think this is one of those things we really should pay attention to, even.
Can I become a U.S. citizen? If you are parents who are citizens of another country and you have children who were born in the United States, or you are a child born to non-citizens and illegal immigrants in the United States. At the moment, you can still become a U.S. citizen. But the journalist says that this can happen, the end of birthright citizenship for babies of non-citizens and unauthorized immigrants born on U.S. soil? And we should pay attention to the U.S. administration? If you decide to become United States citizens in this case, watch our next video, 2019 U.S. Citizenship at Birth, in the 301 and 309. Welcome to subscribe to our channel and become U.S. citizens with our help.